You heard former House Speaker John Boehner say earlier that there's no Republican Party anymore. It's Trump's party. Republicans are taking a nap somewhere. How on the money is he with that?
Well, in terms of candidates for Congress, 3/4 of Republicans say that they want their House candidates to be somebody in line with Donald Trump. And that's as opposed to when we asked them if they'd want a candidate who's more independent from Donald Trump. So to that extent, it does appear to be the president's party.
Well, obviously, Republican leaders in the House and Senate can't like hearing the criticism, but for Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, how concerned does he need to be on his side of the Capitol about losing some seats?
Only somewhat, but not very, because the map really favors the Republicans going in. Here's what I mean. When we look at the third of the Senate that's up for election this cycle, most of them are Democrats, and there's a lot of Democratic senators who are trying to hang on in seats in states that are traditionally Republican, that are red states, right? And that's particularly true across the Midwest, from Missouri to Indiana to North Dakota. You know, when you look at that and you think in this hyper-partisan environment where Republicans vote for Republicans and Democrats for Democrats, you know, these senators have to worry that that's what's going to happen to them, that because there's more Republicans in these states, that they'll get swept out. The difference, and what we'll watch through the year, is whether or not these red state Democrats can make it about local issues, can make it about them and their candidacy, as opposed to that national partisanship. But overall, on balance, the map favors the Republicans.
Look, you're a good pollster, but a lot of people after 2016 said, I don't trust polls because so many predictions were wrong about President Trump's surprise win. What are you doing to account for that?
Well, you said the word exactly right, which is predictions. Polls are not predictions. And one of the things coming out of last cycle that we all tried to emphasize was that the polls in 2016 were a lot better than a lot of people thought. But people should be wary of taking polls as predictions and the punditry that says that any poll is a certainty, because these are people we're talking to, and people change their minds, and they have a right to change their minds. And we did see a lot of that last cycle. And as people go forward, as we watch these polls, you should pay attention to anybody or any pollster who describes to you what is in play, which voters could still be on the fence. There are voters on the fence in this election, and there will be, and let's talk about them. Let's understand what they're listening for and what could change their minds. And that's going to be the story, especially in a race like this one that we think is going to be so close again.
That means we'll be hearing from you, Anthony, quite a lot as we head towards the fall. Thank you very much.
Should be fun.
We'll be right back. We'll talk about a lot of these issues with our political panel.